He's Chase Sr., the host of the San Francisco 49ers Report. I am Harrison Graham. You guys are watching Day 2 of NFL free agency coverage on Chat Sports. Let's clear the air on Deshaun Watson, Chase, because there's been some conflicting information. Here's what we know for sure. He is set to meet with the Atlanta Falcons on Wednesday. That has been confirmed, called a sleeper team, I'll put in air quotes, by Adam Schefter. He's already met with Cleveland, New Orleans, and Carolina. Now, Jordan Schultz, Chase, reported that a 49ers meeting would be taking place, but then some other reporters have shot that down. Catch us up on the latest.
It is peak NFL free agency rumor season, and for Jordan Schultz, has somewhat of a spotty track record in terms of his NFL reporting, more of an NBA guy. And it looks as though his original report that the 49ers were going to meet with Deshaun Watson and his camp tomorrow is not true. He also said he expected a decision to be made within 24 hours. But then after that, a flurry of reports from some more well-respected NFL reporters. Peter Schrager said that the Niners aren't meeting with Deshaun Watson. Matt Mayoko, NBC Sports Bay Area, said that meeting isn't taking place, as well as Albert Breer. And it all kind of makes sense, right? Because the 49ers don't have a first-round pick until 2024. So realistically, after checking in on Deshaun Watson last year, if they wanted to make a trade for him this year, they don't have a first-round pick this upcoming year, don't have a first-round pick until 2024, and to bring in Watson, they would need to trade away, realistically, Trey Lance, maybe Nick Bosa, maybe Deebo Samuel, and George Kittle. Like, that is the asking price for the Houston Texans. So while you would upgrade at the quarterback position with a quarterback who I believe to be the third best QB in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, you would deplete the rest of your roster. But there's no question, whichever team does land Deshaun Watson, they're getting an elite quarterback who can complete any throw on the football field. And on a bad Houston Texans team in 2020, threw for nearly 5,000 yards. And not only can he carve you up with his elite arm, also has some really good mobility. I think the writing is on the wall that the 49ers, as we've talked about so much on the 49ers Report, are going to move forward with Trey Lance as their starting quarterback. He's putting a bunch of work in, working with John Beck this offseason in Southern California, one of the most well-respected quarterback teachers out there. And I think they're going to trade Jimmy Garoppolo at some point. Watson doesn't make sense. It never really has. Peak NFL rumor season, and according to really well-respected reporters, that meeting is not going to take place. So, conflicting 49ers rumors, Harrison.
So, Jordan Schultz, typically his reporting, he's got good relationships with players in the league, so I wonder if someone from Watson's camp, slipped and told him something, and then, they were like, yeah, that's not actually happening.
Now, if you're Watson, I get to team up with Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mastermind. Maybe, and if they didn't trade away those pieces, that's a great spot to go to. But it doesn't make sense.
Maybe he wants to, but the Niners are like, we don't have an interest in a meeting.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened here. But who knows? Conflicting 49ers rumors. It is rumors SZN. Do you want the Niners to trade for Deshaun Watson? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Again, with the amount of key players you'd have to give up, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, Chase.
I don't think so either. I'm with you on that one.
So get your votes in, Y for yes or N for no. Do you want the 49ers to trade for Deshaun Watson? And then we'll get you guys caught up on some other things regarding the San Francisco 49ers. So earlier today, Chase, Oren Burks, a special teams guy, linebacker, backup, but really a specialist, 2 years, $5 million. He hops on board in San Francisco.
Yeah, that according to Jeremy Fowler. Just some background on Oren Burks. 2018 third-round pick out of Vanderbilt for the Green Bay Packers, pick 88 overall. He's a little more than 6'3", ran a 4.59 40 during his pro day and at the NFL Combine. This is really going to be a special teams move for San Francisco. He played 356 snaps on special teams last year for Green Bay, including 211 snaps on defense. And already, the 49ers have one of the best linebacking cores in the NFL. I think Fred Warner is the best inside linebacker in the league. You also have Dre Greenlaw as well as Azeez Al-Shire. They brought back Demetrius Flanagan-Foles. So if one of those guys goes down, that's where Oren Burks enters into the equation. Primarily, though, he's going to play special teams. And last year, San Francisco ranked 26 in special teams. That's a big reason why they moved on from special teams coordinator Richard Hightower, who went to the Chicago Bears, and they hired Brian Schneider, who used to be the special teams coordinator and did some good work on that side of the ball in all three phases with the Seattle Seahawks. And they're looking for more depth. That's where Burks kind of enters the fold. He's a versatile player who can give you some snaps on defense, but primarily he's going to be a special teams ace, has some decent athleticism as well.
Make sure you guys follow the 49ers Report on Rumble, an uncensored network where we'll have more 49ers news and rumors, occasionally some exclusive content. You're going to want to be followed over there if you're a part of the Niner game. By the way, Chase, little birdie told me the 49ers are our lowest followed channel on Rumble.
69 subscribers.
What do you got to say to that?
That's actually a fact, but we need many more than that. You can find more content over there. And while the Niners were in the Final Four in the entire NFL, we're in the bottom tier here at Chat Sports for subscribers on Rumble. So check us out over there and support the Niner Gang.
Yeah, rumble.com/49ers TV. Circle back to the signing from last night where we'll wrap up today's 49ers news and rumors segment. 3 years, $42 million for Charvarius Ward. You hit me up last night, said, hey, give me a couple of tidbits on him because I cover the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Physical press man corner, had the best year of his career last year. Really, the last 10 or 12 games of the year was rock solid. I think he's a high-level CB2. I don't know if he's a CB1. Now, the Chiefs have not really had a CB1 the last couple of years, so at times he's kind of been that.
Yeah.
So for a CB2, it's probably an overpay, but he's still young. He's 25, and he played really well last year, really locked Jamar Chase up in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after San Francisco had checked in on some of the premier cornerbacks on the free agency market, like J.C. Jackson, as well as Stephon Gilmore and Carlton Davis, I had a feeling that they'd be willing to spend at least decent money on one of the available cornerbacks. So they don't go after the upper premier and elite tier. They settle for the very good tier in Charvarius Ward. And when you take a look at some of the analytics, some of the numbers are actually pretty fascinating. Allowed a reception rate of 51% last year, fourth lowest among all NFL cornerbacks. Yep. 18 receptions on 46 targets. That's second in the NFL. And now you have a secondary boosted by him, Emmanuel Mosley, and Ambry Thomas with some maybe depth pieces on top of that. And him and Emmanuel Mosley last year, Harrison, gave up only 4 touchdowns on 131 targets. I like his mentality. I like his size at about 6'1", 200 pounds. He's long. He ain't afraid to go up against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and fared very nicely up against those guys, two of the premier young wide receivers in the NFL in the AFC Championship game. And now, I like what the 49ers are doing with the signing because they're not paying, crazy money for a J.C. Jackson and a Carlton Davis. They're settling for that next tier while bringing in a player who still has good upside and is maybe a B-level corner who can become an A over time, especially in this scheme with that defensive line that really gets after the passer, which could open up an opportunity for him to get pass breakups as well as interceptions.
Yeah, a couple more tidbits here. Short memory, had a bad 2020, bounces back with the best year of his career.
Yeah.
He'll get beat from time to time, but he just comes back. Great technique, is not afraid to press. This is going to be a good fit in San Francisco. I think the Chiefs will miss him. They were not going to be able to pay this for Charvarius Ward, but for San Francisco, they're getting a good player and a guy they went up against in the Super Bowl just a couple of years ago. So great the Niners move so far. Let us know A, B, C, D, or F. More news and signings to come, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, get your grades in, and hit that subscribe button. We are 10, 11 subs away from 57,000 on the 49ers Report. Chase has been grinding, put out that Ward video from his crib last night. For more daily updates, hit that subscribe button right now.